dumpster. Maybe I should take a look inside real quick. Let's see what we got. Whole wheelbarrow. Oh, look at there. Think I might be able to get them out. My cranberry's low on juice, and I think I'll come back for this. That's why I didn't make a video of it. Let's get out of here. I'll drive carefully and Houston, we have a problem. Downside to backing right up to the dumpster. As you can see, and as you can tell. Onward. Yeah, I restacked it on the block. It's like a little ways away from where the dumpster was. There's somebody nosy. There's no way that they would know. What? I don't know what you're talking about. The lovely warehouse. Okay. Keep adding some more stuff to this truck that's not operational, but hey. That's all solid scrap, which of course I can't get to, so I couldn't even empty it out if I wanted to. Anyway, this thing's pretty heavy. Well, there's a piece of steel on the end. Still, nevertheless, this chunk of copper. Look at that thing. Don't you hate when a wire gets like wrapped around your foot? That and, you know, like the battery chargers, they have like the clamps, like if you drag them on the ground, it gets caught on stuff like a boat anchor. Oh, that's a weird song. No, in the background. Listen. The bumper music. Can you hear it? Oh, okay. Squirrel moment. Oh, okay, never mind. No, not quite enough to register on this silly scale. Here I am claiming that it weighs a lot, but it's not even registering. Let's add something to it. Let's put a drill on there. Nothing. I don't know what the minimum is. 20 pounds? Hey guys in the studio, get ready for the digital scales are kind of weird, you know. He's a professional and he's very real. And so Charles, so I don't know if you were like, cut this thing off and leave a piece of copper behind, or try to unscrew it. fitting a noose to a...
What would you guys do with this piece of copper?
They happen to have bleach. They happen to... If you get 2 Trump supporters in one space in Chicago, that's interesting. And they happen to coincide with this guy at 2 a.m. in the dark. So how would they know he was Jewish, black, or gay? Was he wearing a yarmulke?
I know people say time is money, including myself, but really, every living moment? What about when you're taking a number 2, you know what I mean, in the bathroom? I used to, when I had a real job, I used to like to take a dump on company time. I always wanted them to pay for my shit. And, well, of course, it's no wonder I don't have a job, right? You know, you do stuff like that to the employer, they're not keen on, lack of productivity. I'd use their water. What the heck was that sound? That sounded weird. Was that on the radio? Anyway, I'd use their toilet paper. I'd use their water and company time. So I was getting paid for shit. Well, I don't think this tool is big enough to unscrew this stuff. Just a little bit too small. It is what it is, right? That's a little rusty, huh? Let's spray this with some stuff. I know. Every living moment of my life is like a freaking squirrel moment, huh? Let that sit, because I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to cut that with a saw. That's the result of 2 men jumping. This stupid thing plugged in? I know, I still got that Jimmy John sign, huh? Just waiting for the right moment and the right, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I got so much going on all the time. If I was deeply organized, I would end up staring at the wall, not knowing what to do. And sometimes, when like teachers would try and really organize me, I would actually get a migraine. I wouldn't want to undo all their hard work and to get yelled at. All their hard work that they spent trying to get me all straightened out and all that. Empire's losing viewership, just like you did homosexual stuff in the... I'm sorry, you guys are going to have to turn down your thick hammering. You guys are going to have to turn down your volume a little bit, alright? Was talking about it because they had an episode something about Obama. So I watched the first couple episodes just to see his film in Chicago. Well, there's a bit of copper there that just ends up getting wasted or whatever. I mean, I know it's a scary thought, right? Maybe there's a way of saving that copper. Put it in the vise and maybe cut a piece.
person say you're a coward. So I said, why is it any different with Dr. King? Bottom line, you know, you hit me. We're the only people in America that have had people perpetrate.
Who was it that said how to fix this? Was that Bert Horton? I don't know. All I know is it's broke. It's been broke for a while. This sucker is heavy, man. I mean, this is like, feels, look at that flood. I mean, it feels substantial. Even in the warehouse, look at that. There's only a few feet of that, and then it's the other side. And I have a vast pile of God knows what. Some aluminum and junk and I don't know. There's so much stuff. I have this big box of license plates, and then I noticed that I don't know, a few guys like sell this stupid stuff. Ohio. I always used to think that was the most boring state. And if you live in Illinois, you don't want to go here with an Illinois plate and drive like a... You keep the speed limit at the posted speed limit. Do not speed. And this state is one of 4 states with the most obtuse drivers. Okay? It's Iowa, idiots out wandering around. Missouri, or whatever. Those people are kind of... Minnesota, oh my God. But it's really like a tie between Michigan and Iowa. And I actually think Iowa has the most obtuse drivers. No, Michigan has the most obtuse drivers. Even more than like people from New York. These people right here, they will cut you off. They will go slow once they're in front of you. I mean, at least the cheeseheads pretty much drive like we do, or maybe they're afraid of like, you know, retaliation. But I never really hear of claims of the cops being unfair to people from Wisconsin. It's almost always the other way around. You know, people from Illinois driving like flatlanders. Get pulled over. I know my daughter's boyfriend got pulled over because in Wisconsin because his exhaust was too loud. Well, I'm going to put this down on the ground. This thing is really something. Part of the reason why I still have it. Should I use that Sawzall that I got from Cruiser Mac? See, I really don't want to waste the battery on nonsense, you know what I mean? You can tell the difference in the motor. Listen. Now listen to this cheap Chinese thing. You know how handy this thing came in over there at the junkyard? This thing made such quick wicker that of that coil. 2 minutes. Not even. That's hard to get at. I might have to put this on the voice. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'll have to put this thing on the voice or something. It's extreme. It really is.
Using the telegraph, or T-mail as I like to call it, to communicate with my generals during the Civil War. Today, we find ourselves fighting a cybersecurity war.
Oh, what a butcher job I got going on here, huh? Some of it off camera. It was just too spectacular. I really should, for something like this, I should really wear gloves, because, you know what I mean? It lets loose and then you could just rip your skin right open. So something like this is almost, yeah, it's so I found all these gloves. Where are they? I'm a big hoarder. Look at all them gloves, man. They seem kind of gnarly. There's like a million of them in here, but wow. It looks like I raided Scrap and Pallet Man left-hand surplus store. All I'm missing is an orange one. I'm not a glove guy, but
she's part of the machine. I know she knows what to get done. Yeah, like a recent record.
He is. I mean, I think that's part of his shtick. You know, he's got an orange one, and I don't know, like a lime green. Fluorescent green? I don't know. I know when I had my channel avatar was tomato and neon green. People were, you know, claiming that I ripped off his colors, and his colors are not, they weren't anything like that. I just got tired of, I changed the colors because I just got to, wasn't even the same design. It was nothing like it. Okay, I just got tired of, like, that looks like Scrap and Pellet Man. Okay, obviously you don't look. Look at that, gloves. What a shocker, huh? Hey, now I can't operate the camera. Look at that. I cannot operate the camera. You need, you know, it's just too much stuff. You need
I know you're here for until the remainder, so I'm gonna throw you off kilter a little bit here, because I'm gonna go. These callers have been waiting, and I want to get to them.
The problem is, I'm not somebody that's organized at all, and I don't do well with too much gear. Because then I would end up devoting like half a day to trying to set up. Yeah. Maybe as time progresses somehow, I don't know. I'll figure that part out. But for me, I mean, some people make a lot of money off of YouTube. Okay? You gotta remember, you know, I wasn't making a penny off of it. And I'm not making very much at all right now. It's amounting out to a couple of dollars a day. I'm grateful. I mean, you know, that's cool. Every little bit helps. But the amount I'm getting from YouTube currently amounts to what this 1 bar of copper is worth. Okay. So how much devotion should I give to, you know what I'm saying? If you give it some, there's always room for improvement. But my family depends on me working, okay? And the lag time of like learning how to do something, okay, could be months, okay? Meanwhile, the house doesn't get paid for and life is completely stopped and I'm on the street. Because dad's got to play with his YouTube toy, okay? I mean, there's, you know, kid vloggers, you know, like 10, 15 years old, they've got millions of views, and they, you know, talk about makeup or just, you know, silly, like, adolescent nonsense, and they get, what the heck was that? They get gazillions of views, which is cool. I'm not jealous of that, but, you know, they're living at home, and they really don't have, they don't have to pay for the heat to keep things going, you know? And hey, you know, there's this one kid, what the heck, she's 15 years old, or something like that, and I think the video is moving out at 15. Like she's moving out. She's moving out on her own at age 15.
Exactly. They make laws that are good for peasants, like public schools.
I don't know if she's some emancipated minor or something like that. Oh my God, really?
I gotta tell you, Bernie, when I went to DC and I went into the African American History Museum,
you're a vlogger. I mean, I don't know.
Exhibit and just really taking in the steps that it took to what happened. And I kept thinking, what if his uncle?
And as everybody is watching me doing this, this video is nothing like Ian Matthews. I mean, he's a master of working in that shed. You'll never see him doing like this, you know what I mean?
Mayhem and despair and murder and shooting, and the good guys are just trying to get to work and
good Lord.
They're law-abiding citizens.
That's because he's got all his tools and they're all, yeah, I know, right?
Fundamental right in America is to be able to protect your family, protect your property, and don't let anybody take that away from you. So again, the name of the group is Gun Save Lives. Thank you very much. I'm glad you held Bernie. 312-591-8900. Go ahead and take a break right now.
Good Lord. This was a pool heater, by the way.
Until using credit cards, Cynthia Eden only ever dreamed of hiking the Incan Trail to Machu Picchu. At age 8,
all right, everybody, cover your ears. I'll make a little racket, all right? Oh, this commercial, I hate it. I fucking hate it. If you think about it, they're taking old cars out of circulation for charity. Good thing. But you reduce the available stockpile of used cheap cars. Who buys used cheap cars? Mostly poor people. So the charity is hurting poor people.
After I left baseball, I just couldn't stay in shape like I
It's for the kid.
Turns out, once you hit your body has less free testosterone.
So we're all supposed to like it.
That can make it hard
trying to get into shape. So I got back into the game with mechanics.
You're supposed to donate to them. I'll donate to them. I'll give them a bag of. I'll give them a bag of poopy.
Frank's right. Just text force to 321
These gloves are.
to get a complimentary bottle of award-winning Nugenix.
They're on the wrong hands. I'm sorry. Of course, getting stitches is no fun. The last time I got stitches on my hand was when I was 5 years old. My parents had locked me out of the house and put me out in the backyard. And I got pissed. And I punched. It was one of those old-fashioned, you know, wooden doors with little square windows, like 16 of them. And I punched the one out by the doorknob. But when I did that, you know, a jagged piece of glass cut me on the top of my hand. I got a scar. I got 10 stitches. So I have a slight aversion to glass, even though I play with broken glass a lot. You wouldn't know it. I get a little skeezed out by glass. Alright, I'm going to upload this. I think I'm running out of gigabyte space. Alright, well, I took the saws off. I took the Bosch and cut into this pipe because it'd be a shame to leave this little piece of copper.
And we can help. At Edelman Financial Engines,
I don't want to leave those little pieces of copper behind, right? Hard, flat for copper.
For your spouse, for your aging parents, for your children. And we can help you just like we've helped thousands.
I'll take maybe a hammer. Tap that out somehow.
At 888-PLAN-RIC. That's 888-PLAN-RIC. Or visit us at rickedelman.com. That's right.
That sucker looks like that one sucked.
Another hour of America's largest weekend radio show. We talk about living the best digital lifestyle ever. Of course, it's the Kim Commando Show. And we're so delighted and thrilled that you've decided to spend part of your weekend, or if you're
try it again.
Your source for everything digital, as I like to say. And the
Fry it in there.
1-888-825-5254 is the way to join us.
Just took a little bit of determination there.
1-888-825-5254. And before we go back to all of your phone calls, some interesting items that crossed my screen that you need to know about. First of which is, are you ready?
Can you imagine if I left it in there?
Because they say that anybody, that's right,
people would be like,
that could be you.
You left that copper in there.
Maybe even your mom or dad.
Well, not this time. Got that piece out, man. Now let's see what this weighs. Alright, well the bucket weighs 2 pounds. Okay. How much copper did I need? Oh boy. Come on, scale. Oh my god. You mean it's not registering still? How about if we put it on the floor? See if that makes any difference. King, get on the scale. Alrighty, I'll get on the scale. How much do you think I weigh? Hitting 3 bells there, man. Ding, ding, ding. Now let's see what it does. Oh, okay, it works better on the floor. Well, it's not showing up though on the video. I don't know, before it showed 11 pounds, but now it's not registering, so go figure. Okay, well these darn things weigh like 10 pounds. So. For real? I don't know. Free is better. They got them a bathroom scale, and well, theirs works, and mine is, you know, that's a little sketchy. Yeah, see, it doesn't do under like 12 or 13 pounds, so. Oh, okay. I had the bucket on the dome right there. So that's the problem. I don't know. So you can't put any weight on the, you can't put weight on the center. Everything with me is like all sort of. Oh yes, lucky day. All you need to do is, here it comes. Click the link in the message. 11.3, and I'm like tipping the bucket on an angle. So that's what it shows. 11.3, and the bucket weighs 2 pounds. So what is that? 9 pounds, maybe? Something like that? Gifts on the internet. All right, and while we're on the topic 9, 10, 11, yeah. That's 9 pounds. Whoa, holding the camera the wrong way. Because it's going to be scams galore. Work at home. Like, for example, FlexJobs.com just put out their annual. I got a piece of brass though. I'll probably be cutting that. The battery's getting a little low in this thing. Give it a little workout today. Hear it? Dragon. That's cool. I got bits of copper over here. So copper right now is $1.85 a pound for number 2. So 9 pounds of copper is, I'm bad with math, maybe $17. That's not really a lot. My daughter's going to be making more per hour working at a warehouse. And you're probably aware of just right there. That took me about an hour to actually, I mean, I'm not going to tell you how many times take out and all that. It's just, she's going to be making $16.50 an hour. And I'm messing with copper right there. And it took me, that took me a good while to get that disconnected. And I'm going to take that drill. I'm going to take this one away. I think. Yeah. I'll take that one with. Alright, you know what? I hate when people like stand the drills up like that because, you know, it gets knocked over, especially these cheap Harbor Freight tools. I like them laid down. When you stand them up, you know, it's liable to fall over. You know, it's like those, you know, those bubbles you get like around Easter and stuff like that. The base of the bottle is rounded, and it's designed to tip over and get knocked over. So these are designed to, they're top heavy. You stand it up. I mean, the battery weighs something, But, you know, the motor's up here too, so they're all like that. I don't care if it's an expensive brand or a cheap brand, they're designed to fall over. It's annoying.